Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hey Auntie Cherry. Hey 9319. Hey Brittany. Hey Terry. Hey Auntie Barbara. How's everyone doing today? Terry, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope everyone is doing great today on this nice Wednesday. Hey, Miss Smith. Okay, let's see. Hope everyone is having a great Wednesday afternoon slash Wednesday morning. Hey PA, hey Freddie. How y'all doing today? Ooh, I can't wait to Friday, y'all. It's almost here. It's almost here. Almost. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Hit the like button as you come in. Good afternoon to you too, sweetie. How are you doing today? How's everyone doing? Come on in, because I have a video for y'all that I ran across, and I want y'all to hear this video, and I want y'all to give me your opinion, how y'all feel about it. Now, maybe y'all seen it, but I haven't seen it. Last night was my first time seeing this lady talk about the Ramika case. Maybe y'all have seen it before, but I never seen it, and I ran across it. And I said, let me just play this tomorrow for my people and see if they heard anything about this. Hey, Miss Walker. Hey, Beauty. Hey, Auntie Barbara. Yeah, so and then the other lady on my thumbnail, I want to do a video on her too. She got unalived. Hey, Miss D. Hey, sweetie. How are you? I watched Key's video this morning. Yeah, I watched this video this morning while I was doing a little stuff around the house. And still didn't get a chance to put up my laundry. I just folded the clothes and left them on the chair. I'll do it later. I get lazy sometimes. Hey, Peanut. Good afternoon. How are you? So yeah, we gonna now y'all let me know, how are you doing? How are you going to cover the babies found in the suitcase? Are you gonna cover the babies that found in the suitcase? What babies? I never heard about this story, Peanut. I never heard about that story. That one is a new one. When was this, and um what town is in? Oh, I never heard about that story. I have to find it. Yeah, I'll have to find it. This is my first time hearing about that. It just happened recently. Wow, that's sad. What the hell is wrong with these people? If you don't want your kids, just give them to somebody. Stop doing all this foolishness with children. Thank you, Peanut. I'm gonna have to. I think Peanut is talking about the lady that had her niece and nephew bodies in the car, Miss D. Oh, where she is, I did that story. Brittany, you was with me when I did that story. I did 2 stories on that. I found out about it yesterday. Near Cleveland, and yes, it is. You talking about this? See what Brittany just wrote? Are you talking about what Brittany talking about? They found them this week. No, it's a different case. Oh, well, Brittany, if you find that, send that to me. No, I never heard about that one. Thank you. I never heard about that one. I thought you was talking about the other one that Brittany was talking about, because I did do 2 stories on that one. Oh, wow, that is sad. I don't understand people like. Well, Peanut, did the parents do it? The mom, the dad, or did someone else do it? Thank you, Brittany. Know the story that Peanut is referring to. Yeah, Brittany said she's gonna find it and send it to me. Good morning, Purple. How are you? Or good afternoon. Good morning / good afternoon, Miss D, Chat, and Mars. Hey, sweetie. Hey, Miss D and Chat. Hey, babe. How y'all doing? Ooh, there's so many stories out here. I be trying to keep up, y'all. Sometimes I can't even keep up myself. It be so much. Like, literally, it really does. And then I was trying to find the stories. Oh, Brittany, I sent you some inboxes too last night to try to look for those stories for me too. Because sometimes, y'all, I told y'all I do get tired. My moms be helping me, like, help with the stories. They still investigating, but the DNA showed they was half siblings. Oh, okay. Wow, it's horrible. They have no information at the moment. They are asking for the public's assistance. Really? So have y'all seen like any pictures or anything of the mom? How the mom spoke out about it? The dad or anything like that, if y'all know of? They don't know why people do such horrible things. Yes. Yes, so true. Hey, Roy D. Hey, girl. I know you at work. Wow, that is. So, do y'all know the ages of the children? Wow. And have the mom spoke out and said anything? No parents has came forth. What? The suitcase was found near the school, practically burnt. Are you serious, Peanut? Do you think the mom had something to do with it? Wow. But that's the story I would like to tap in on. Absolutely. Authorities said one victim is believed to be 8.5 and 13-year-old, and the other one is believed to be 10.5 and 14 years old. What in the world? What in the world? Mama, where you at? Where you at, Mama? Why you ain't spoke out, Mama? What in the world, Peanut? 3193. Peanut was telling me about a story that she wanted me to cover about some children that they found in a suitcase in Cleveland. Yeah, he was talking about that. That's crazy work. That's really crazy. Wow. So if Brittany send it to me, she find them. Yeah, I'll do the story. You know, whatever I find on it, I will. I'll do it. I'll talk about it. You know, I don't have a problem with it. You know, it's sad. Hey, Brown Eyes, how you doing today? Yeah, so if Brittany finds that story, I will definitely cover it. I don't have a problem with it. Hey, Miss D. Hey, Chat. I just strive. New here, my first live. Your content is. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, any story, you know, I don't mind, you know, covering the story. You know, I don't, especially when it comes to children. You know, I don't mind covering stories like that. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm blessed. Thank God that He gave me another day. You know, every day God gives me, I'm blessed. I'm blessed and highly favored. A lot of people don't see the next day. You know what I mean? So I'm always blessed when God wake me up and put my feet on the floor, put breath in my body, and open up my eyes. I'm always blessed. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Giggles. I tried to email it. Even I read it Monday, but I didn't see an email. Brittany gonna find it. She'll find it. Brittany always finding something to send it to me. Somebody sent me a article this morning too. Wow. I don't know why people do kids like that. I just never understood it. Like, if you don't want your kids, just give them away. Like, just give them to somebody. It's easy to just give your children away, instead of taking your children's life. Your children did not ask to be here. If you can't provide for them or whatever the situation is, or you feel like you're having a meltdown or whatever, give those children to someone. If it's not someone in your family, take them to the police station, take them to the hospital, take them somewhere. At least they're going to be safe. You know what I mean? You don't have to sit here and take the children's life. Good morning, Kimberly. Just like the teenager that unalived the mother of his children shortly after he gave birth. I watched that video yesterday. I did watch that. I watched that yesterday, Peanut. I did. Yeah. But you talking about the one in the hospital, right, Peanut? Because oh Lord Jesus. Yeah. Oh Lord, so much. Too close to home for me. I keep my babies close always. Absolutely, baby. I don't blame you for that. You are doing an amazing job for doing that. Hello, Misty. I'm in the bushes. I pop out the bushes every now and then. I love the way you control your channel. Very peaceful. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I try to, keep it cool over here. Just do my commentary and keep it pushing. I don't like all that negative stuff. Miss Peanut, hey Auntie Lewis, the one I watched yesterday before we get into this story, the one I watched yesterday, with the mother gave birth and then the baby father unalived her because she told him it wasn't his baby. I got some questions about that story. Like, how did he get a pow in the hospital? That's number one. Number two, why would you feel in your heart to bring a pow to a hospital and you just had a beautiful bundle of joy? What would make you even bring something like that to a hospital? That's the next question. What was in his mind? Do y'all agree? Yes, Mama, she did. And let me say this too. She banned the family from not coming to the hospital, right? Why she banned the family? I don't know. Okay? Do she really think that the baby was not his and she didn't want the family to see the baby and the family may give him the heads up that it wasn't his baby? But again, if that was so, why did he bring a pow? Why did he feel in his heart and in his mind that I'm going to the hospital to see my brand new baby that I just had, and I'm bringing this pow with me? So it's just so many questions there to be answered. Did she tell him that the baby wasn't his before she went in the hospital to have the baby, and that's why he brought the pow in there, knowing what he was going to do? If he felt like the baby wasn't his, if they got in a heated, it's just so much. I mean, I got a lot for that one. It's a lot. The mother said they have been having issues. Yes, the mother did state that. Yeah, the mother definitely did state that. And let me ask y'all chat a question if y'all know about the story. Do y'all feel that she was too old for him? Because he was only 19. I think she was 25 or 26. What do y'all think? Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. The mother said he was, he was doing great for himself. He went to college, he graduated, he went to the service, He was doing great. What do y'all think ticked him off? Like, ooh, Lord, Jesus Christ. Ooh. Whew. Like, okay, why in the hospital? Why? I mean, you have other people up there having babies. Um, thank God that she didn't have a roommate. Oof. When I seen it yesterday, I just had so many questions for it. I really did. I feel like she was too old for him. Okay. When I seen the age. Okay. I thought I wasn't the only one. I want to make sure I wasn't the only one. That's why I asked you y'all opinion. I felt the same way, Peanut. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Because if you want to be honest, he's 19. He's a kid. He's still a kid. Even though he had good things going on for himself, his mom was so proud of him, as she should be. But he was still a kid. He was only 19. So I was just trying to come up with a theory. Did she tell him that wasn't his baby before the baby was born? Right, brown eyes. Exactly. That's what I said. I just wanted y'all opinion to make sure I wasn't bugging. Because I was like, wait a minute, let me just ask them there because I want to make sure I ain't bugging. But I'm like, wow. And see, a lot of hospitals don't have metal detectors. They don't. I mean, I believe now they would definitely get strict now at that hospital. They're definitely going to get strict after that happened. Right, that's true, Peanut. That's true. Well, I'm glad the baby wasn't harmed or anything like that. So I don't know who would take the baby now. Will it be her mother, his mother? I don't know how that would go. But, I would say maybe her mom. That's what I would say. And it's sad because this baby would never know the mom or the father at all. I mean, I just feel like if he thought the baby wasn't his, I would have just did a DNA, and just moved on with my life. If you wanted to get a divorce, or whatever the situation may be. I don't think I would have did it like that. And this is where I go back to what I said yesterday. Some people act off of emotions. Unless they don't want the kids. Yeah. So I'm feeling like her mother probably will get the baby. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Wow. When I seen that yesterday, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow, he really went in the hospital with a pow. Like, what was on his mind? What was he thinking? Like, I would figure out, like, did she tell him the baby wasn't his before the baby was even born? Because that's what I'm thinking, y'all. I'm thinking they had already had an argument, maybe throughout the pregnancy, or maybe right before she was getting ready to deliver, and maybe she was cheating on him and she didn't know who the father was. I'm just speculating because I don't know. Maybe she did tell him, because I do believe she did tell him that the baby wasn't his, right? So he probably already knew that, went to the hospital fully loaded, and let me see how this baby look. You know what I'm saying? But you can't really tell who the baby looks like when the baby first born anyway. You have to wait till the baby get their futures. That sometimes comes between 3 to 4 months. You know what I'm saying? So did she tell him in the hospital? I'm just speculating, y'all, because I don't know. Did he come to the hospital to see her, and she told him that day that he had the pow, and she didn't know he had it, and he took her life and then took his life? I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying. That's just awful. Yes. Yeah. Hey, Auntie. So I'm just speculating, y'all, because I don't know. But I just feel like something else took place to make him carry that gun up there to that hospital. Something was not right. I can't put my hands on all of it, but I'm just speculating what she could have said to him before the baby was born. Um, After the baby was born, maybe he got a phone call. They talked about it while she was in the hospital the day he got up there, and I don't know. I'm just speculating, y'all, because I really don't know. I don't know. It's a horrible situation. He wasn't even old enough to have a weapon. Hell no. Well, in certain states, is it different ages? Lord, I guess. I don't know. But he shouldn't have had one. What I just said yesterday, some people do not need weapons because they are mentally unstable. They think because they get their CCL license and all that, they're good to go. But no, some of these people is definitely mentally unstable. They don't need no carry. They don't need it. I'm telling you, these people is nuts. Like, I don't understand it. 820 is 20 can legal purchase. Okay. Whew. Damn. Yeah, his mom did say he had just got finished training. Hey, Chad. Hey, sis. What's going on? How you doing? I mean, he seemed like he had his head on his shoulder when it comes to, being successful and all of that. So he seems like he had that's going on, but something was missing there. Maybe she took him for a loop and, he went under a breakdown, and, he probably was happy that she was pregnant. That was his first baby because the mom did state that now. Okay. And then she probably threw in his face that the baby wasn't here. That probably took him to another level. That probably took that man to another whole level, and he just blacked out. I wish he could have went to his mom and talked to his mom about it, got advice from his mom, or whatever the situation may have been, instead of taking her life and taking your life, whatever the case may be, because I mean, both of y'all is gone now. Her mom got to bury her, your mom had to bury you, and the baby never going to see her mom again, So, who Lord Jesus, that's crazy. My bad, you all. I done changed Auntie D's entire life. No, you good. You good. You good. We still gonna get into the live, but you good. I'm glad you did bring that up because I just felt I just had all kind of stuff going through my mind about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what could have happened? Was it a phone call? She said it while she was in the hospital with him. Did she say this while she was pregnant? After she had the baby? Did he call her that morning before he went up there to see the baby and her? And they got into a heated argument, and she said the baby may not be yours. And he said, okay, in his mind, I got something for you. I'm bringing it pow. Like, it was all different stuff I was thinking about. It really was. It was all different stuff I was thinking about. So, I don't know. I don't know, but it's sad. It's really sad, and I do think that she was too old for him. I mean, to be honest, he could have been her little brother. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion, y'all. So, y'all, we're gonna get into this video. I want y'all to let me know if y'all heard this video before, what y'all think about it. If you didn't hear it, I never seen this video before of this lady about Ramika, and yeah, y'all just let me know how y'all feel. Y'all might want to go crazy. I know how y'all is over Ramika, so so we gonna get into it. So hold on, let me bring it on up for y'all.
Mother. So I had to like get myself together before I even decided to talk about this. But I think that y'all need to know the real story because the real story is not being told. So many of y'all probably heard a story about how a single mom was dropping her kid off at school, and then the baby daddy and the new girlfriend came up to the school to unalive her. But what wasn't being told in the media was that the baby daddy actually lived a block away from the school, and the woman was not, her life was not taken outside of the school. If you look at the video, it was actually like a store, which was like closer to the.
Anytime y'all want me to stop it, let me know. You too, Miss Smith. Miss Smith, you here? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Baby daddy's house. So long story short, what's being told now to authorities is the baby mama was coming to bring her son some lunch, but she saw the baby daddy's other baby mama and she attacked her. So keep in mind, Romika had a restraining order out on her baby daddy, but the baby daddy's new girlfriend had a restraining order on Romika. So from footage that I've seen, both Romika and her baby daddy was both toxic towards each other. They were both popping up on each other, you know, trying to fight, being violent, being aggressive, breaking each other's things. This was a two-way street. So I'm not denying his part in any of this because he was the main antagonizer and he's the reason why these two ladies were at it in the first place. But I just have to put the facts out there because I have to be non-biased because the story was not originally told correctly. And see, now the community is going to be outraged because people are thinking that a killer is walking free when it's really not the case. Unfortunately, Romika was attacking the other baby mama, the other girlfriend, whatever you want to call her. And
now I'm going to stop this myself. So where did she get her information from, y'all? Anyone of y'all know her? Have any one of y'all seen this video before? Let me know in the comments. Where did she get this from that Romika attacked Holly first? Because we all know that's not true. We all know that's not true. So where did she get this information from? Have any one of y'all seen this video before? If you did, Lord, let me know. Cause I just ran across it last night, child. Absolutely out her. She absolutely out her ass. So I don't know who this, person is.
That's when the baby daddy put her in a headlock. And after she was released from the headlock, she was trying to go attack the girl again. And as the story is being told, that's when her life was taken. Again, this was not at the school. And it's just a really sad, unfortunate situation because now the little boy is going to be without a mom. I just really wanted to make this video to...
I don't know, Brown Eyes. I never seen it before neither. I ran across it last night. So I don't know. I never seen it, Peanut, neither. No, I never seen it. I never seen this video at all. And it was very interesting, so I bring it to y'all this morning. Yes, I seen it before, but I couldn't finish listening. She sounds stupid. Oh my God, sis, you is wildin'.
Talk to my young ladies and talk to my older ladies, whoever. No man is worth losing your life. No man is worth losing your life. These men will tell you anything, have you beefing with the other woman, playing both sides, but at the end of the day, it's never worth it to fight nobody. You know why? Because if somebody's losing a fight, they can and will pull out a weapon. Especially if you want a state like Texas or Florida, states that have gun laws that protect gun rights. You think you about to pull up to go fight somebody and they will pull a weapon out on you and take your life. It's not worth it. I want y'all to understand, it's so much more to life than ain't shit. Because now that man who was leading both of them on, okay, he was going to go live happily ever after. And now this woman has lost her life. And it's really, really sad. I don't know, y'all. It's not like back in the day. Back in the day, we could beat it and keep it moving. Now, you try to fight somebody, they can pull a weapon on you and get away with it. I want y'all to understand that. It's not worth it. Do not fight anybody because you can and will lose your life. It's really that simple.
Yes, she does have it all wrong. She really does. I don't know, what happened with her, but she got it all wrong.
The headline hit like a punch to the chest. Holly Johnson walks free after shooting Romka Meeks. Is justice broken? For Romka's family, there was no such thing as moving on. There was only the echo of a life cut short and a courtroom decision that reopened every wound they had tried to bandage. Romka Meeks was more than a name in a police report. She was a mother, a daughter, a friend whose laughter filled rooms and whose priorities always came back to her child. In the days leading up to the shooting, prosecutors would later say tensions had been rising, messages, arguments, and unresolved conflicts that sat like dry tinder waiting for a spark. That spark came on a day no one would ever forget. According to court records, an encounter unfolded quickly and ended even
Hey, Miss
faster.
Gray.
A shot was fired. Romka fell. First responders arrived, but the outcome was irreversible. From that moment on, two narratives began to
Is
compete.
this from
One
TikTok?
focused
I
on
think
legal
so, yes.
definitions and technical thresholds, the other on loss, responsibility, and whether the system truly served the truth. When Holly Johnson walked free, the decision wasn't just a legal conclusion, it became a cultural flashpoint. Supporters pointed to the letter of the law and the burden of proof. Critics asked how a mother could be killed and no one held accountable. In living rooms and comment sections, the same question repeated. If this isn't justice, then what is? This case would
Well,
become
okay.
less about a single courtroom ruling and more about trust. Trust in prosecutors, trust in juries, trust in a system meant to protect life. As we unpack what the state says happened before the shooting, the choices made in those final moments, and the evidence weighed by the court, remember that behind every argument is a family still waiting for answers. If you want
Yes,
clear,
Auntie.
careful coverage of cases like this, stories that center truth, accountability, and the people left behind, like and subscribe to Criminal Conscience True Crime. Long before a single shot was fired, the relationship between the people at the center of this case had already reached a breaking point. Prosecutors would later argue that the shooting did not come out of nowhere. Instead, it was the result of mounting tension, emotional volatility, and unresolved conflict that had been simmering for weeks. Court filings describe a pattern of arguments and strained communication. Text messages, phone calls, and witness statements painted a picture of two sides locked in a power struggle, each feeling wronged, unheard, and pushed to the edge. Friends of Romka Meeks described her as stressed but
They
focused on protecting
crazy.
her child and keeping her life together. Those close to her said she was trying to move forward, even as conflict followed her. On the other side, prosecutors said Holly Johnson felt threatened and emotionally overwhelmed. Defense arguments would later lean heavily on fear, perception, and reaction. But prosecutors emphasized one key point. Fear alone does not erase responsibility. What matters, they said, is what happened next and whether the response was justified under the law. The day of the shooting, according to investigators, began like many others. No dramatic warning, no clear sign of what was about to unfold. But emotions were already running high. When the encounter happened, it escalated rapidly. Words were exchanged. Tempers flared. Within moments, a decision was made that could never be undone. This is where the case began to split in two directions. Prosecutors focused on intent, opportunity, and the choices made in that narrow window of time. They argued that Romka was unarmed and that the use of deadly force crossed a legal and moral line. The defense, however, would later challenge how those moments were interpreted, questioning what could be proven versus what was assumed. As investigators pieced together timelines, witness accounts, and physical evidence, one truth became unavoidable. Whatever the court would eventually decide, Romka Meeks did not walk away that day. Her family would carry the consequences forever. As the investigation moved forward, evidence became the backbone of the prosecution's case. Detectives focused on reconstructing the final moments before the shooting, relying on surveillance footage, witness statements, phone records, and forensic findings. Each piece on its own seemed incomplete. Together, prosecutors argued they told a clearer story. Surveillance cameras from nearby buildings captured parts of the encounter, though not every critical second. What they did show was timing, how quickly events unfolded, and who was present. Prosecutors emphasized that the footage did not show Rama Meeks holding a weapon or making a threatening move that would justify lethal force. That absence became central to their argument. Witnesses added more layers. Some described hearing raised voices, others recalled seeing panic and confusion. A few admitted their view was blocked or their memory uncertain. The defense later used those inconsistencies to challenge reliability, but prosecutors countered that inconsistency is common in chaotic moments and that the core facts remained steady. Forensic evidence added weight. Ballistics confirmed the trajectory and distance involved. Medical findings established the cause of death and ruled out alternative explanations. Investigators testified that the physical evidence aligned more closely with the prosecution's timeline than the defense's version of events. Phone data also played a role. Messages exchanged before the shooting revealed emotional tension and unresolved conflict. Prosecutors did not argue that words alone caused the violence, but they said the messages demonstrated motive and state of mind. To them, it showed this was not a random or unavoidable tragedy. Still, the defense raised critical questions. Why were some witnesses not interviewed immediately? Why did certain camera angles fail to capture the exact moment of the shooting? Could fear, even if mistaken, explain the decision made in seconds? By the end of this phase, one thing was clear. The case was no longer just about what happened, but how it would be interpreted. Facts were being filtered through legal standards, perception, and doubt. And as the evidence stacked up, so did public attention, because people were already asking whether the system would truly deliver justice for Rama Meeks. For careful, no-nonsense analysis of cases that matter, like and subscribe to Criminal Conscience True Crime. When the case finally reached the courtroom, the focus shifted from investigation to persuasion. This was no longer about what people believed happened. It was about what could be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. The courtroom became the stage where two very different narratives collided. Prosecutors opened by framing Rama Meeks as a victim of a decision that never should have been made. They told jurors this was not a split-second act of unavoidable danger, but the result of choices, emotions, and escalation. Step by step, they walked the jury through the timeline, emphasizing that Rama was unarmed and that the threat described by the defense did not match the physical evidence. The defense responded with a strategy built on perception and fear. They argued that what mattered most was not what Rama intended, but what Holly Johnson believed in that moment. According to the defense, panic clouded judgment, and the law allows for self-defense if a person reasonably believes their life is in danger, even if that belief later proves wrong. Witnesses took the stand one by one. Some spoke with confidence, others with visible uncertainty. The defense highlighted every contradiction, every pause, every "I'm not sure," urging jurors to see doubt where prosecutors saw clarity. Prosecutors pushed back, reminding jurors that real-life trauma rarely produces perfect memories. Experts were called to explain forensics, human behavior under stress, and use of force standards. Each expert seemed to strengthen one side while giving the other new angles to attack. Jurors listened, took notes, and watched closely, not just the testimony, but the reactions of everyone in the room. As days passed, it became clear this case was balanced on a thin line. One interpretation could lead to accountability, another could lead to freedom. The courtroom felt heavy with that reality. Outside, the public waited anxiously, divided and vocal. Inside, 12 jurors carried the weight of deciding whether justice for Rama Meeks would be recognized or redefined. For clear, respectful coverage of cases that test the justice system, like and subscribe to Criminal Conscience True Crime. After closing arguments ended, the courtroom fell into a tense silence as the jury was let out to deliberate. For Romka Meeks' family, the wait felt endless. Every hour that passed carried hope, fear, and the painful awareness that Romka's voice would never be heard in that room again. Justice now rested in the hands of 12 strangers. Inside the jury room, the case was broken down piece by piece. Jurors revisited witness testimony.
Let me skip this shit for him.
Their prosecutors had done enough, whether key evidence was under. Gasps followed. Some
Monica
cried
was so
openly.
pretty.
Others sat frozen, unable to process what they had just heard. For Romka's loved ones, it felt like losing her all over again. They had listened to testimony detailing the
Um,
proof. Still, explanations could not replace closure. For Romka's family, the verdict marked the beginning of a new chapter, one defined not by the trial, but by living with its outcome. In the days following the verdict, the divide became.
well, I really wanted to play this because I want y'all to hear that lady, really, that the lady, I think that lady, I don't know. I think that was from TikTok, if I'm not sure. That lady that spoke on it. I think that was from TikTok. Grand jury wasn't open to the public, and this case haven't went to trial yet. Exactly, sis. Ramika was so beautiful, man. She was a beautiful woman. But so, what do y'all think about the lady? Well, the ones that was in the chat. I don't know if everybody heard the lady, that I played. You don't know what she's talking about. She got all the information wrong, right? Because when I seen, I'm like, where did she get this information from? Like, what's going on here? Like, mm-mm. She definitely. Now, the only thing she said was correct that I will say, men will play two sides of the field. We know that. And we can all agree on that because we had said things like that before in the beginning. He'll tell one woman one thing, another woman the next thing, they'll get them to, start to arguing and beefing and fighting and all that stuff. So that's the only thing I agree with her. But the rest of that shit, I'm like, where did she get this from? Throw the entire video away. Oh yes, sis. Yes, yes. I'm like, where did this lady get this from? Like, I heard people say that most of the people on TikTok be behind a lot of motherfuckers on the story. I don't know. I'm not on TikTok a lot. See, I don't got TikTok neither, but I heard the same thing too, sis. I heard the same thing. Yes. Because that's what whoever this lady is, I guess that's what she spoke from. TikTok. And I guess whoever this person is here, they got her little video and they played it. Miss Smith, what you think about what the lady said? Or do you need to hear it again?
No, I don't need to hear that again. I think she came out after what's his name started talking. So, that skews a person's perspective.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. Somebody sent that lady with her stupid self. She looks like she's reading off of a piece of paper. She's a troll page. No, don't play it again. Laugh out loud. I be on TikTok a lot. Have you ever seen this on TikTok, sis? No, I don't think that's her. If you missed it, catch the replay. Oh my God. Auntie Peanut is a hot mess. She said, no, please, no. Oh my God. She said no. Um, what are you saying yes to?
Oh, that she saw the video on TikTok.
Oh, okay. Did you see Sharon comment, Miss Smith?
Yeah, that it didn't look like her. I
No,
don't
it
think that's
doesn't.
like her.
No, at all. No. Yeah, that don't no. That don't have no resemblance of her at all. At all. She said, you missed it, catch the replay. She said, now enough information done been released where she had enough time to review all this from. I told y'all when I seen it last night, I'm like, well, where the hell did this come from? I never seen that video before, y'all. Hey, Tribal Island. I never seen this video before, and it was shocking to me. So I really played it because I really wanted to see, have y'all ever seen it before? But I'd never seen it before. You know what I'm saying? I never heard it or whatever. But y'all crazy. Y'all was like, no, don't play it no more. Catch the replay. Oh my God. Lord have mercy, y'all. It's too much. And then I think like some of these people that do these videos, I think I don't know, sis. Like, I think they just say anything, to be honest. I'm just being honest. I think they just say anything. What you think, sis? I think they say anything without knowing the true facts of it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I think that's easy when you talking to somebody like Carlos and you don't really know that he lied all the time. You know what I'm saying? And he lies all the time. And I
Yeah,
think that's where she's taking her story from.
and then I remember one time when Ebony was up here one time, she was saying that too. She was like, these people that make some of these videos, they be lying. They don't know the real truth. They be lying, because you can change your voice on these videos and all that. You can do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Go to AI and just change everything all over and all this stuff. And I'd be like, what in the world is going on here? And I don't know. It's just it's crazy, y'all. It's really crazy. So I just really played it because, like I said, I wanted y'all to hear the lady talk and see if y'all ever heard her before. Or maybe, I don't know. I never seen her before, so I don't know. It's just ugh. I was like, what? Let me just tell the truth about, what's really going on. No, because it was never no fight, lady. Let's be honest. It was never no fight. Now, this video, I don't know. I don't think I want to play that one. Yes, justice for Meeks. Yes. Hey, Ebony, I didn't know you was in the chat, girl. Sometimes I take my eyes off the chat. I don't like her. I don't like that Joker, and he will be clicking. Do not. Oh, you know who it is, sis? Okay. Sound like sis don't like him because he tell unreal stories here. Okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. Because I feel like you. I feel like, if you're going to put a story out, put the right story. So I get what you're saying. There are people that are just making videos because exactly, sis. Exactly. I feel like that too. Yeah. I feel like that too. I do not know them and do not want to get to know them, who they are. Ooh, I get it, girl. I get it. And I understand what you're saying too. Don't put out, because I remember one
To
time
start a
when they was
podcast
up
with
here on my
Riverside
platform,
on you.
she had told me, she was like, D, turn it off. Don't even play it. But yeah, when you put videos out, you gotta when you doing, put it like this, when you keeping up, when you doing a story, you have to keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep up with the story. Make sure you putting out accurate information about the story. So yeah. Yeah, I like them too, Ebony. Yeah, I like them too. Yeah, I really do. They have great stories. Yes, I really do like them. Yeah. And I started watching them first before anything. So yeah, I agree with you on that. Okay, thank you, Ebony. Thank you. So yeah, when like I said, I only did it because I wanted y'all to hear the lady, what she was saying about the Ramika case and everything. But when I heard, I'm like, well, where did she get her information from? Because that was my first time ever, literally hearing that. And like I said, it's only one thing she said in there that I definitely agree with her on. You know what I'm saying? That men will play women. They will do that, and we all know that because we probably all been in a situation like that before. But all that other stuff she was talking, she started hitting and all that stuff. Oh, well, Lord, child. Ooh, you must have been there then. Yeah. But when you're doing a story, you got to make sure you got accurate information, especially when you're doing a story like this. You know what I'm saying? You're putting out false information. You got to make sure the information is correct. You know what I'm saying? Because people start coming in your comments. Where you get that from? What you talking about? That's never happened. And stuff like that. So you don't want the backlashes. So you got to make sure you're doing your story, correctly. So I don't like listening to everybody neither. You're right about that, y'all. I don't like listening to everybody's stories. But like the one Ebony just said, I really do like them. I like them. Yeah. Because I've been following them for a long time. Some of these people just make these little channels and just come out with anything, say any damn thing. Don't know what it means, what happened, or either they go get a little snippet from here, a snippet from there. And that's, I think, what he did. He probably went over there, whoever this person is, and got that little snippet from whoever this lady was, and he came back and he posted. And then all the other stuff, I just cut it off because it started, it didn't make no sense to me. Trial never started yet. I don't know what you're talking about with the jury. We don't know how many people gonna be on the jury. Like, it was just didn't making sense to me, and I ain't feel like it. Not today. Okay, I ain't feel like it. I just did not feel like it, y'all. I was like, hell no, I don't want to hear no more of this shit. I was getting like Peanut for a minute. Okay, he don't know how many juries gonna be in that courtroom. He don't know nothing. So it's crazy, but okay, y'all. Okay. So yeah, I gotta find those other stories too. All right, y'all, we're gonna do this other story right here. Yeah, they be making stuff up for clicks and views. Yes. Yes. I don't think that's good though. That's not that I don't think, me personally myself, I always told y'all, if I don't know the truth behind something, if y'all ask me, I'm gonna say I don't know. Or if y'all put something in the chat, I'll be like, oh, I never heard that before. Something like that. Excuse me. I'm not gonna do something because I want people come in my chat, or I need the views. Because views, I don't care about any of that. I always say, if people support me, they support me. But I'm not gonna do things for kicks and views. And Barbara, you is absolutely right. I definitely will agree with that. Like, certain things you just don't put out if it's not true, because I didn't know it was a trial yet. Listen, at that point, I ain't even want to hear none of this. Okay, I was just done with it. Like, whoever, what are you talking about here? Like, that's crazy. Yeah. And when I set my live, I talk about just what I want to talk about. I'm being honest. But if we get into more stuff, hey, that's cool too. We get into more stuff. We know Ramika was a beautiful person. We knew she was a good mom. We knew she had a job. She was working. She was successful. Now, I think, I don't know where I seen it at. I can't remember where I seen it at, y'all. That she supposed to have graduated this year from nursing school, from college for nursing. I think this was her year. I don't know where I seen it yet, y'all. Somebody posted it. I can't remember. I don't know if that was Facebook I seen it on. Do anybody know? I can't remember where I seen that. Hey, Miss Walker, if I didn't speak to you, right? They just sure didn't have the trial yet. Absolutely not. I stopped listening when he said the family was hearing witnesses' testimony. Yeah. Barbara, I just got confused with all of it. I just stopped the whole thing. I said, you know what? I'm just done with this. I'm done. I'm completely done. Like, I'm through. Yes, they gave her mom Her pen. Oh, so it is true. Okay. Oh man, I know her mom is so proud. Man, Lord have mercy, Jesus. I know her mom is so proud of her. Wow. And I know her mom wish she was still here to, to follow through. Wow. And let me tell you, I know in my heart she would have been a great nurse because she loved people. And you can tell that she loves people. So no doubt in my mind, she would have loved her job. She would have been a great nurse, changing them pampers for them people, giving them their medication, IVs, or whatever, she had to do on her job. Yes, she would have been definitely great at everything she did. Yes, they was giving Miss Tina, okay. But Barbara, what are you seeing there? Because I think I seen somebody posted on Facebook. I'm not sure who paid, because sometimes, like, I don't follow people, but every now and then little things come down my timeline. I think I seen that come down my timeline. And I meant to ask y'all about it yesterday, but it slipped my mind. Yes, she's supposed to graduate this year. Wow. I'm just sitting here listening while working, thinking, what the hell? Yes. Wow. That's something to think about, man. That's something to think about. She had a good career. Wow. Sad. Very, very sad. She definitely had something going for herself. She was very outgoing. She was ambitious. And you can see that. She was working hard for what she wanted. She was definitely working hard for what she wanted. And you can absolutely see that. And God gonna always be there for Miss Tina. Always. That is so sad. Yeah, I meant to ask y'all about that yesterday because I seen it. I'm like, wait a minute. Did Ramika supposed to graduate this year from college? I'm like, oh, wow. And it slipped my mind to ask y'all yesterday. But now, yeah, y'all said yes. Wow. We learned a lot from her family in their group. Oh, okay. Yes, she did. She was a very beautiful soul. Yes. You can tell she likes to have fun. She likes to dance. I told y'all sometimes I still go back and watch some of her little videos, with her dancing and stuff. I do that every so often. I watch some of her videos, No matter what the situation was, again, she didn't deserve to lose her life. No matter what the situation was, She did not deserve that. And I'm glad that her family are sharing good things about her in the group. I'm not in the group, but I'm glad. And the ones that's in the group, I hope y'all loving it, y'all enjoying it and stuff like that. That's good to keep her name alive. There's nothing wrong with that. Keep her name alive. Yeah. Justice will definitely be served. Absolutely. It will. Absolutely. I told you. I don't know what's wrong with these people in the world today that we're living in. I really don't understand it. I don't understand it. Wow. That's crazy. Now, this video right here, y'all. Now, this girl right here, this video I'm gonna play, she was a nurse too, y'all. She was an RN. She was a nurse, right? But this girl here with the prison, okay? To prison, lost everything she had, lost her career because she unalived somebody. Oh, okay, yes, we love it because it comes from the horse's mouth and we laugh and cry and it's so refreshing. That's good. That's good. That's good. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Yeah, that's exactly what it's about. So I'm glad they did make a group. And, like I said, it's good for, the supporters to be over there and, everybody get to know who Ramika really was even before this happened, and stuff like that, and keep her name alive. And, everybody laugh, cry, tell a joke. So that's good that the sister made a group like that. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's good. Yeah, I heard about the group. And I'm so glad they did make the group. I'm glad. There's nothing wrong with it. So, y'all, I'm going to play this video for y'all. And this lady was a nurse, lost her career. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder what's wrong with people. Like, you sit out here, you have good careers going on for yourself. Like, what is wrong? Like, y'all get these pals and just go crazy. Like, I said this yesterday. Some people that get their CCL license to be a holder, they does not need it. I think they need to pass a law for these people to get some mental evaluations done before these people become holders. I really do believe that. And maybe I'm wrong for saying it, but that's just how I feel. Because it seems like everybody nowadays that becoming a CCL holder, it's like they're taking people's lives. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's watch this video, y'all.
All you need is a concept and a way to record it. Here's how it works. First,
yeah, you know what I realized today? My girlfriend don't do shit in this house. I'm the trash taker.
And y'all, they lived it together. They lived it together. And this girl here is the girl that the nurse unalive. They was in a relationship together. But it seems to me, from what I watched, because I watched like 2 videos, it seems like to me this girl here loved her more than the girl loved her. That's what I get from it. That's just my take.
Take her out. I'm the market person. She don't carry no bags. She don't get up in the middle of the night and get you nothing to drink. All she do is run that mouth and find movies on Netflix. Like, Miss, sweetheart, what is your skill? What do you do? That mouth run.
First day.
This is her, y'all.
4th semester.
This is her right here. This is the nurse, y'all. She graduated, I think, and everything. This is the nurse here. Okay, she was in a relationship with the girl that I just showed y'all. Mental evaluation and exactly, PA. Yeah, just because they got they book smart doesn't mean they have complete sense and mentally stable. That's true. Yes, I seen this one. Yeah, sad. Like, ooh, sometimes I wonder was she jealous of that girl too. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Semester starts today. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I
know you is because you are. Ooh, Lord, I ain't even say it.
This is the story of Diamond Rice, aged 33, a young woman who was shot and killed by her partner for the fear of being dumped.
Police say they were called to May Street near Burbank around 10:15 last night. They found 33-year-old Diamond Rice shot. She would die at the scene. A short time later, they would arrest Jasmine Blake. Court records say the shooting happened.
Her partner Jasmine Blake, age 31, was arguing with Diamond about breakup when she lost it and shot her. She tried to convince police that Diamond was the aggressor in their relationship, which was why she shot her, but they were not having it.
And the family wasn't having it, honey. It wasn't happening.
It's crafted to move every part of you.
You know what I never understand is how people be messing with their friends, exes, and like side pieces and old peoples and shit like that. Cause why? It's 1 billion women out here. Probably a trillion. Probably a cool trillion. So let's say, for example, that I mess with 15 of them. Why do you want to mess with my 15 out of 1 trillion?
Now, y'all, what I got from this was the girlfriend cheating on her, and did the girlfriend mess with somebody else that she knew? That's what I took from that. I don't know, but that's what I took from that, from what she was saying.
Why? It's the women is fruitful. It's a plethora of them. Like, that's a lot. It's a lot of them. Like, pick your own. Like, don't mess with them. That's why me and my friends will always be friends, because there's three things we don't share. We don't share women, we don't share money, and we don't share residencies. You're not living with me, Holmes.
What really happened that night and who was the actual aggressor? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story takes us to Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati is known for its historic neighborhoods and riverfront culture, but it has also faced ongoing challenges with gun violence, especially in areas like Walnut Hills and Avondale. In recent years, many of the city's homicides have stemmed from personal disputes and domestic conflicts, showing how quickly private tensions can turn into public tragedies.
Yo, one thing a girl gonna do is duck accountability. Like, real shit. How the fuck they'll do some shit, get you to react, and then make your reaction the issue? So now they ain't gotta be accountable. Nah, bitch, you was never accountable in the first motherfucking place. And now my reaction, what the hell? So now that's the issue. And now you said and all this and that, and acting like me going to hell was the issue. No, bitch, I'm really mad already. Like, you already did something. I'm just responding. And you tricked me out my fucking spot. Technically.
Didn't I tell y'all that yesterday? Don't let people trick you out your spot, your freedom. They would do it. So you can tell that they had a rough relationship. It sounds like the girlfriend didn't never want to take accountability for anything she did to this girl or anything she said to this girl. She could not take accountability for anything. And it seems like she had a nice partner here.
You tricked me out my spot, because when you be being calm, they want you to get that reaction so that now the accountability don't got to be taken for what the real problem is. And now I feel bad. Now I'm out here feeling bad and sorry for you and about to bring you food to work and all that. Like, how the fuck did I get here when I'm mad about something already? Like, bitches is tricky, bro. Like, they will really trick you out your spot, yo. Yeah, yo, stay up. Like, be alert. Until you do right by me, everything you touch gonna turn to sand.
Diamond Rice was 33 years old, originally from Baltimore, someone who did not come from an easy beginning. Her childhood included challenges that could have easily defined her future, but instead of staying trapped in that cycle, she chose to rebuild. She had been to jail and spent a bit of time there, but she took it and used it as a source of fire to brighten her life.
All right, so this is me at the age of about 13. This when I used to be in the streets all day, every day. Okay? Youngin'. Nothing on my face. This is probably about the last time my face been clear. So by the age of 15, I decided to do something and get tattoos on my face. Y'all, why I didn't think y'all did it? No, we did it first. We sang Lil Wayne doing it, we did it first. So I had a tattoo. As you can see up there, that black mark is a tattoo. But I can show you a picture that make it a little closer. Boom.
She had once been a young person who needed support, someone who had been part of intervention programs meant to guide youth away from trouble and toward opportunity.
You know what? That is true. You know what you're saying. But sometimes, like, when you are in a relationship or a marriage, I always say sometimes we know as women, sometimes, and as men also, we need to move on. But sometimes when you love somebody, sometimes it's so hard to just move on like that. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some people can easily just move on. You know, maybe the love wasn't really there anyway, so that was easy for them to, just get away from the situation. But when you're really in love with someone, sometimes it is hard to leave that situation, So maybe, she was really in love with this girl, and maybe she did try to stay with this girl to work things out. but at the end, it cost her life. You understand what I'm saying? And she couldn't move on then because she's no longer with us. So that's how I feel about it. Because I don't like saying things like that. Like people should just move on because there's too many complaints. Because I have been in a situation like this before. You know what I mean? So I understand. Sometimes we can complain, and still be there. But when you do find people like that complains about their relationship and they haven't moved on my platform, I always encourage people, if you ever run into anyone like that, don't stomp them in the back. You keep talking to them and encourage them. Try to make them, still feel like they somebody. They are worth it. Ask them what is the next step. What do they want to do? What should they do? But never say, oh, fuck them, move on. Because when you say things like that, sometimes what it does to people, it brings them closer and the person never going to leave. You know what I'm saying? So that's the advice that I give people, anybody I talk to, because I've been in situations like that before and I know it can be hard to leave someone. It definitely can be hard.
All right. Story time on how I almost got over the pen 5 days before I was about to go home. So this 2019, I'm in Muncie Penitentiary. So I get my green sheet like 2 days prior. So when you get a green sheet, that means you're approved for parole and you leaving within the next 3 to 5 days. I live on E-Unit at the time. And I've been living on E-Unit for at least like a year for real. Mind you, I'm ready to go home. I ain't even leaving out my motherfucking cell. I ain't trying to get in no disputes, no confrontations. I don't want to go to the chow hall. I don't want to go out to the yard. I don't want to do nothing. I'm trying to go home. I ain't trying to get no hits that had me sitting here long. So out of nowhere, the dumbass CEO come like, Rice, pack up. You moving. Pack all your shit, you moving. I'm thinking like, damn, when I'm ready to move home? Because that's my next stop. The dumbass CEO don't got no explanation. I ain't moving home. I'm moving to a whole nother building. It ain't even like I'm moving cells. I'm moving to a whole nother building on the whole other side of the campus. I'm like, what the fuck? They don't know what's going on. They motherfuckers don't know if they coming or going. And mind you, they moving me to J-Unit. They call that bitch the jungle over there. They retarded over there. They really goofy as a bitch over there. Like, too much going on. There's like 300 bitches on the whole tier. I'm coming from E-Unit where it's like 30. Like, when we big cooling, now I'm going over here. Like, nobody want to spend their last 5 days over there. Like, anything can pop off over there. But, I got folks around, so I was cooling. So as I'm walking with my little wagon, with my little shit, I did put up a little squawk for a second, but then I was just like, you know what? I'm about to go home. I don't give a fuck for real. So, boom, I'm going. I run into the campus like supervisor that be doing all the room changes and shit like that. So I'm like, hey, my boy, what's going on? What the fuck is going on? So he like, come in my office right quick. Drops the wagon, go into the office. Yo, like, yeah, we had to move you because...
Running a business is nonstop. Unfortunately, so are cyber threats. Optimum Business Secure Fiber Internet.
That experience would later become the very thing that shaped her purpose. As she grew older, Diamond transformed her life into something meaningful. She pursued education, enrolled in college, and began working with youth advocate programs, eventually becoming an assistant director. Her role focused on mentoring young people who were walking the same difficult paths she once knew herself. She wasn't just doing a job, she was living proof that change was possible. She was on her university's honors list, committed to becoming someone who could help others rewrite their own stories. Her life wasn't only about work, she was also building a relationship with a lady named Jasmine Blake. Jasmine Blake, a 31-year-old nurse, was her partner. Jasmine often shared parts of her life online, speaking about her studies and the journey she was on in the nursing field.
Okay, so this video is for all my ICU nurses out there who's applying to CRNA school. these are my stats. Child.
Hey, Philly girl.
Terrible. Okay. All right. So we are officially SRNAs 2. Yeah. One more again. I'm out of there, y'all. I'm so pressed. But yes, officially we have made it. Okay, so let me tell y'all.
You get all let it go to prison.
This stuff.
Lord, have mercy.
All right, so.
Social media painted a picture of ambition and stability. The two women appeared close, posting videos of vacations and shared moments that suggested happiness and growth. To outsiders, things looked good.
Yo, yesterday, my girlfriend asked me to put lotion on her back, and I put body wash by mistake. So I'm rubbing the shit in. I'm like, why the fuck is this shit spreading? I said, you know what? I understand why you don't like me sometimes. I'm annoying.
They lived together. They traveled together. They smiled together. They did many things together.
Hey, so I'm at Five Below, and I'm getting my girlfriend.
Now this part right here, I like what she did, but I didn't like how the girlfriend received it. So y'all tell me what y'all feel in the comments.
Some happy birthday balloons, just because it is not her birthday, but we're gonna see how she reacts when I get to it. All right, which one y'all think? Let's go birthday vibes. Yep. Should I throw a pregnancy balloon in there? You know, speak it into existence. All right, this is a nice one. Let's do this one. Perfect. This one right here. Yeah, this the one. Should I get her a little tiara too? Well, she ain't getting no gift. We ain't even gotta get past her. See, I would go crazy, but she might not really indulge in my delusions right now, so she might not wear it. Birthday babe is crazy. Sorry, kiddos. Cannot round up. I should have got some wacky string. Should have been mad as shit if I spread that on them. This the fucking slowest fucking balloon person ever. Party City the fucking ever. She at the nail salon right now. She ready to be pissed off when I come in there with them fucking balloons. Side note, that's what be wrong with bitch. How you gonna be mad that you get another birthday? But watch, I'm gonna show y'all. Mad. She gonna be mad. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Why would you walk out? Happy birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. You so annoying.
They documented memories that made it seem like they were building something lasting. But behind the
do y'all think that was appreciated? How do y'all feel about it? Y'all think she appreciated balloons, even though we know it was not her birthday, but the girlfriend just did it just to, do something nice for her. How did y'all see that? Miss Smith, how did you take that?
I don't know if it wasn't her birthday. I would have been kind of weird about it too. I just can't. But I don't like surprises. If you don't like surprises, you just not vibing with surprises.
I love surprises. I do. Especially if it's coming from my mate. You know what I'm saying? I love surprises. I do.
Yeah,
I looked at this, to be honest, as though she was unappreciative. Even though we know it wasn't her birthday, but you can tell the girlfriend likes to do things, and she did admit that she's annoying sometimes. So that's okay, because we all can be annoying sometimes that our partner doesn't like it. But I think she was in love with this girl, and I think she likes to do things to make her happy. And I from what I see, that this girl can be unappreciative sometimes. She thought it was weird and didn't appreciate it. Thank you, Barbara. Yes. I mean, I mean, now, to be honest, if somebody would have did it to me, I would be like, oh, well, okay, it ain't my birthday, but thank you anyway. I appreciate it. That's how I would have took that. I want to hit the balloons and, I mean, I just felt like she didn't appreciate it. And it goes back to what she said in the early video that she don't appreciate anything. Wow.
Posts, cracks were forming. There were moments when Diamond went online to express frustration. Subtle complaints.
Hey, you know what I've realized today? My girlfriend don't do shit in this house. I'm the trash taker outer. I'm the market person. She don't carry no bags. She don't get up in the middle of the night and get you nothing to drink. All she do is run that mouth and find movies on Netflix. Like, miss, sweetheart, what is your skill? What do you do? That mouth run.
Occasional posts that hinted at tension.
So last night, I offered my girlfriend $200 to call out of work today and chill with me in the house. She said no deal. Said you got times like 5. Because that's how much she get paid at work. She said I was cheap as shit and it ain't happening. Cool. Next thing you know, in the middle of the night, she comes on her period. So I wakes up. She's still here. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. I ain't even think nothing of it. She called out anyway.
Yes, Philly.
But sweetheart, that $200 is null and void now. That don't count. Like, you ain't getting that because your call out wasn't because I asked. It was because you had technical difficulties. No, $200, no deal.
I agree with you, Philly.
At times she appeared fed up, speaking indirectly about relationship stress.
So my girlfriend, little monthly op came this morning. She told me. So you know me, always doing my big one, even though I get nothing in return for this. Yeah, so I know it's coming or whatever, and she about to come in here, so bang. Big back snack bag. That's Period Appreciation Day right there. And I'm gonna sit and watch all her shows, and I wash clothes, and I folded them, and I put them away. And guess what? She's still gonna be mean as a motherfucker when she come in here, and that's okay. Take that on the chin.
What looked like small frustrations online would later take on a far darker meaning. Diamond had been complaining about a lot of things in relationship. It had gotten to a point where she wanted to leave the relationship, and that was not something Jasmine was willing to let happen. That means she had to stay with her alive or leave her dead. Well, on February 1st, 2026, everything changed, and that notion she had in her head came to reality. That night, an argument between the two escalated inside their home in Walnut Hills, Cincinnati. What began as a dispute turned into violence. Police responded to reports of a shooting and found Diamond suffering from a gunshot wound. She died at the scene. Jasmine told the police that Diamond had been very aggressive to her and she feared for her life, so she shot her. At first they believed her and didn't arrest her. Jasmine Blake was arrested shortly afterward after holes started showing in her stories. For Diamond's father, the news came as a shock. Just hours earlier, he had spoken to his daughter about the relationship, unaware that it would be their final conversation.
Woman is dead and another woman is behind bars charged with her murder.
Police say when they arrived last Sunday night at May Street near Burbank and Walnut Hills, they found 33-year-old Diamond Rice suffering from a gunshot wound. She died at the scene. Court records state the shooting happened after an argument.
Local 12's Chris Arnold spoke with Diamond Rice's dad, who talked about his daughter's legacy. Chris.
Well, yeah, Dwayne, Diamond Rice is originally from Baltimore, and her dad, Scott, says she moved here about a year ago with her girlfriend, Jasmine Blake. Now, Blake made her first court appearance on Tuesday after she was arrested and charged with murder in Rice's death.
She's very kind. She's always, trying to do for other people before herself. She was real intelligent.
This is how Scott Rice is remembering his daughter, Diamond. He says she had been on the wrong side of the law at one point, but changed her life around. And one way was by getting involved with youth advocate programs in Baltimore.
And so she started working part-time for YAP in Baltimore. and then it became full-time.
Scott says she later transferred to the location in Hamilton County and worked her way into the role of assistant director.
A lot of the kids they can't get to, she can. So she was good. She was good for that. You know, she wasn't too old.
He says he spoke with his daughter around 8:30 last Sunday night. They had talked about a disagreement she had with the woman she was dating, Blake. At 2:30 the next morning, he got a knock on the door from police.
He started being a little nervous, right? I said, "Is it something bad?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Diamond was killed last night." He said, "It was domestic." I said, "Jasmine Blake?" He said, "Yeah."
Honestly, I tried to reach out to Jasmine's mother because I know them, and I didn't get a response, but I just want answers.
The Rice family has received plenty of support in the days that followed. Scott says about 100 people braved the cold Saturday night to pay their respects and honor Diamond's life at a vigil held in Baltimore. Through the support comes a void left in Scott's heart.
It's going to start to really, really sink in that I ain't never going to talk to her no more. That I won't be able to tell her how proud I am of her.
Well, YAP Hamilton County Director Nate Letts said in a statement in part that Diamond was a powerful force at YAP and will be sorely missed here and across the country. He says she was passionate about her work as assistant director and her optimism was her superpower.
In the aftermath, Jasmine claimed the shooting had been an act of self-defense. The legal process that followed took time, but eventually she was indicted for murder, transforming what began as a private conflict into a public case. We are not here to judge anyone, but what do you guys think? Diamond appeared to be an easygoing young lady who had...
Yeah, we are here to judge, because I'm sick of these people with these CCL license, and the first thing they holler is self-defense. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. And y'all, this just happened this month. Okay? I'm sick of it. Like, I'm tired of hearing. It's always self-defense. And it's crazy.
Completely turned her life around. She did not hint any sign of being an aggressor in her videos. Many people online did not believe Jasmine. There were various comments under her post stating she threw away her life, while some were under Diamond's post stating she was stating the red flags in her relationship. Diamond Rice's story did not end with her death. She left behind a legacy of transformation, a woman who had taken a difficult past and turned it into a mission to help others. Through her work mentoring youth and her commitment to growth, she showed that change was possible. Her life became a reminder that even those who rise from struggle can still face danger in places where they expect love and safety. And for the young people she once helped guide, Diamond's journey remains an example of resilience, a life that, though cut short, still speaks to the power of choosing purpose over the past. Our sincere condolences to the friends and families of Diamond Rice. May her soul continue to rest in peace, and may she get justice in this incident. Please be careful out there, and we shall see you guys in the next video.
That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. It seems like everybody gets CCL. The first thing they holler now is self-defense. I don't understand it. I don't. I really don't understand it. I mean, she says she's seeing the red flags, but like I said, sometimes you can see the red flags, but it's just so hard to get out of relationships, when you love somebody, it happens. It happens. Hold on. It definitely does happen, so I don't knock nobody for that. But if you can get out, please just get out and go, because sometimes you don't make it out in time enough, and unfortunately she didn't. And now this girl, you in jail for the rest of your life. Hold on. What you think about it, Miss Smith? Trying to pull up.
I think it's unfortunate they just couldn't get their communication down properly. You know what I'm saying? And it happens in relationships.
Oh yeah.
But this would seem, real. It got to the toxic level, and your life can be changed in an instant. So you always have to be on the P's and Q's, like you said. Don't let your emotions take over.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that could have been what happened. You know, I mean, she was a nurse. Like, girl, you lost your whole career. Like, your whole career, your freedom, like everything. Like that wasn't even worth it. You know? It wasn't even worth it.
Well, a little birdie told me rates are taking a dip, which means that dream home won't be there forever.
One thing about my homegirls, they don't listen. Like, they will do everything that you told them, advise them not to do. They ask you all this advice.
Both had good careers.
Everything that you told them
Exactly,
to do,
Philly
100
girl.
miles and running. I say, friend, don't do that. She telling me about, friend, don't do that. And what she do? That. Like, you know what I've realized today? My girlfriend don't do shit in this house. I'm the trash taker outer. I'm the market person.
It's the same one.
She don't carry no bags. She don't get up in the middle of the night and get you nothing to drink. All she do is run that mouth and find movies on Netflix.
I wish you
like,
just
miss,
left this relationship.
Sweetheart, what is your skill?
You know.
What do you do?
The night of February 2nd, 2025, started like any other Sunday night in the Walnut Hills neighborhood of Cincinnati, Ohio. Quiet streets, porch lights flickering. Neighbors go about their evenings, unaware that just a few blocks away, inside an apartment on May Street, a woman was taking her last breath, shot dead by the person who was supposed to love her most.
Wow.
Breaking news, Cincinnati police have made an arrest in that deadly shooting overnight in Walnut Hills.
Officers naming the suspect just in the last 15 minutes. Police say 31-year-old Jasmine Blake shot and killed 33-year-old Diamond Rice. Now, court records show the shooting allegedly happened during an argument on May Street at around 10 last night.
Her name was Diamond Rice, 33 years old, a social worker, a youth advocate, a daughter, a dreamer, a woman who had clawed her way out of the very circumstances she spent her career trying to save other people from. And on that cold February night, all of that, every achievement, every breakthrough, every child she had ever helped, was extinguished in a single gunshot. This is the story of Diamond Rice, and this is Crime Lab Report. To understand the way to what was lost, you first have to understand who Diamond Rice actually was, because this was not just a statistic. This was not just another name scrolling across a news ticker. Diamond grew up in Baltimore, Maryland, and Baltimore, for many young people, is a city that can swallow you whole if you let it. The poverty, the crime, the hopelessness. It claims lives in ways that don't always involve bullets. Sometimes it just quietly kills a person's future before they even realize they had one. Diamond knew that world intimately. As a teenager, she had been a participant in the youth advocate programs, known as YAP, a national nonprofit that works specifically to keep at-risk youth out of the prison pipeline by providing.
It's okay, Philly. You can work on it, baby. It's okay. You know, sometimes it's things that we still have to work on being adults. And I'm glad that you can admit to that. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It took me a long time to, you know, learn different little things, you know, but I'm there. You know what I'm saying? But that's big of you and a woman of you that, you know, you saying you have to work on your impulse, your self-control, you know? Because sometimes, Philly, people can trick you out of that. You know how you lose everything you got. You know, everything you built in your life. You know what I mean? And I was just talking about that yesterday. I don't know if you was in my chat, but I was just talking about that yesterday, you know? So it's okay. Long as, and the good thing about it, Philly, I like, because you can acknowledge that. You feel me? Some people can't even acknowledge what they need help with and what they need to work on. You know, they in denial. You know what I'm saying? So as long as they be in denial and they can't fully take accountability of the things that they're done, they're saying, and what they need help on, they're not there right now. Okay, they still not there, right? But at least you can take accountability. This is what I need to work on for me, because I want to be better in this spot. And I don't want nobody tricking me out of what I got going on in my life, you know, good for me and my children or my child. So I'm glad that you acknowledge that. And that's good of you that you can say that. You feel me? So it's okay.
Providing community-based support as an alternative to incarceration. YAP helped give Diamond a fighting chance when she needed it most. But here is where Diamond Rice's story becomes extraordinary. She didn't just survive that chapter. She went back for everyone still living it. At 30 years old, she packed up her life in Baltimore and moved to Cincinnati. She enrolled at Northern Kentucky University, earned a Bachelor of Science in Social Work, and landed herself on the president's honors list. She didn't stop there.
You're welcome, sis.
She went
You're
back
welcome.
to the very organization that had once helped her,
I like to uplift
YAP,
people.
and rose through the ranks to become the assistant director. By November 2024, just months before her death, she was representing YAP in Washington, D.C. at the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention. She was also working on becoming an author, a girl from the rough streets of Baltimore, now in the halls of federal government advocating for the children everyone else had given up on. That was Diamond Rice. At some point during her time in Cincinnati, Diamond entered into a relationship with a woman named Jasmine Blake. They were both adults, both living in the same city, and at some point their lives became deeply intertwined, to the point where the two women were sharing an apartment together in the Walnut Hills neighborhood on May Street. The details of how their relationship began, what it looked like in happier times, how long the tension had been building, much of that has not been made fully public. But what Diamond's own family has revealed paints a picture of a relationship that had clearly deteriorated significantly in the days leading up to February 2nd. Diamond's father, Scott Rice, known to people close to him as Scotty B, has spoken about a conversation he had with his daughter on the very day she died. It was a Sunday. It was around 8:30 in the evening. Diamond called him and told him about a disagreement she was having with Jasmine. Now, the specifics of that disagreement, what it was about, how heated it was, those details weren't fully shared publicly. But the fact that Diamond was on the phone with her father about it tells you something. Something was wrong. Something was off. And Scott Rice, not knowing that these would be among the last words he ever spoke to his daughter, told her, "You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, Diamond. So whatever it is, just fix it." He meant fix the argument. Move on. Make peace. He had no idea that within hours, there would be nothing left to fix. Shortly after 10 p.m. on February 2nd, Cincinnati Police Department received a call about a shooting at a residence in the 2300 block of May Street. Officers arrived to find Diamond Rice with a gunshot wound. Emergency responders attempted to save her life on the scene. They could not. Diamond Rice was pronounced dead where she fell. Jasmine Blake was also at the scene. She had been the one to call 911. When the 911 operator picked up, Blake's words were chilling. She told the dispatcher, "She's gone." She then claimed that Diamond had been about to kill her, that the shooting had been in self-defense.
You hear what she said? She called the police and said she's gone. She did it in self-defense. Well, what the hell do that sound like, y'all?
She had no choice. But when police arrived and began examining the scene, the story didn't fully add up. Investigators found no evidence that Diamond Rice had been armed in any way that would have required Blake to use a firearm in response. No weapon, no credible threat of deadly force coming from Diamond's
What that sound like, y'all? What that sounds like to y'all, guys?
direction. Officers looked at Blake for signs of serious injury, the kind of injuries you'd expect to see on someone who had genuinely feared for their life in a violent confrontation. What they found were marks on her face, which Blake's defense would later claim came from a physical altercation between the two women. But prosecutors made clear there was nothing about Diamond's posture in that situation, nothing about the evidence at the scene that would have legally justified pulling a trigger. A homicide investigator who reviewed the case noted in the criminal complaint that the charge against Blake was based on a combination of evidence: what was found at the crime scene itself, statements Blake made during those 911 calls, and accounts from other witnesses who acknowledged what had happened inside that apartment. One of the most significant details? Blake's own brother had reportedly been on a FaceTime call with her during at least part of the incident, making him a potential witness to whatever transpired in those final moments. By the following Monday morning, Jasmine Blake had been arrested and charged with murder. A judge set her bond at $750,000. When news of Diamond's death began spreading, it hit 2 cities at once. In Cincinnati.
So people keep asking us, where do you film your podcast?
Everybody want to holler
inside
self-defense.
I record our show in 4K, even though we're...
The community was devastated. NKU President Katie Short Thompson issued a public statement calling Diamond a very bright light, whose spirit would endure through everyone she had touched. The university immediately made mental health resources available to students and staff who were grieving. At YAP, Director Nate Letts said Diamond had been a powerful force, not just locally in Hampton County, but nationally. The children she had worked with, the family she had reached, the colleagues she had inspired, they all felt the vacuum her death left behind immediately. In Baltimore, the grief was just as raw. Around 100 people gathered at New Shiloh Apostolic Temple on Hartford Road in the cold, holding a vigil for a woman who had never forgotten where she came from, even after she had risen so far above it. Diamond's mother, Wanda Salmons, learned about her daughter's death at 3 a.m. Woken up by a phone call she initially thought was about her elderly mother. She described the shock of hearing those words. They said, "No, Diamond just got killed." "No, what? What are you talking about?" I couldn't believe it. And then Wanda Salmons did something remarkable. Even in the middle of her grief, she reached out to Jasmine Blake's mother. Because the two families knew each other, she wanted to talk. She wanted answers. She received no response. At the vigil, she stood before everyone who had come to mourn her child and said something that will stay with you. She described Diamond as the kind of person who gave unconditional love to strangers, make you feel like you're part of family. She said her daughter was everybody's sunshine basically on a cloudy day. And then she said, quietly but firmly, that she wanted answers from Jasmine Blake. Not rage, not threats. Answers. Why? Scott Rice, Diamond's father, stood at that vigil with the weight of a man replaying a phone call over and over in his head. Fix it. Whatever it is, just fix it. He spoke about how his daughter had a gift with the young people nobody else could reach. A lot of the kids they can't get to. She can. So she was good. And then, in a moment that broke the room, he said, it's going to start to really, really sink in that I ain't ever going to talk to her no more. Here is what makes the death of Diamond Rice so uniquely devastating and why it demands to be talked about. Diamond Rice was not just a victim of domestic violence. She was a living proof that the cycle can be broken. She was the answer to every person who says that where you come from determines where you end up. She had been a child in the system, and she came back and ran the system to save other children. She had been Baltimore. She became Washington, D.C. She had been the kid sitting in a YAP program wondering if anyone cared. And she became the assistant director, making sure every kid after her knew that someone did.
Career.
And in one argument, in one moment that investigators say did not require deadly force, all of that was taken away. Not by a stranger, not by the streets she had left behind, but by someone she shared a bed with. As of early 2026, Jasmine Blake remains charged with murder, with her defense maintaining the shooting was in self-defense. The case continues to work its way through the courts. Diamond's family continues to wait for justice and for an answer to the one question that haunts them most. The question Wanda Salmons asked out loud so the whole world could hear it. Why? Because Diamond Rice spent her entire adult life fighting to make sure young people had a future. She deserved hers. Rest in power, Diamond. Crime Lab report will not let your name be forgotten.
1, 2, 3, we love you guys!
Sad.
We are gardeners.
That's it for that one. That's sad, y'all. It's sad, you know. She's still on trial for this too. The girl. So this case is still going on. She's still on trial. God damn, that trial been since last. Well, yeah, it happened last year, right? Yeah, last year. Yeah. So yeah. Wow. That's a sad situation. I just don't understand why everybody has a gun now. The first thing they say now, y'all, is self-defense. She tried to do this to me. He tried to do that to me. They had this, they had that. Then when it all come out, the person didn't have no weapon. They didn't have nothing. So that's why I say some of these people becoming these CCL holders, they need to do some evaluation on these people. Because why would she take her life? She didn't have no weapon. She had nothing. Y'all are two women. And you can tell the girl did really love her. She had a lot of love for her. Evidently, the other girl, the one that's locked up, she didn't really have the same love. Because if she did, she wouldn't have took her life. But she did. She did. And they both had good careers. Both of them. Neither one of them have their career anymore. But this woman here, she probably get life in jail. She don't have no children, thank God. She'll never see daylight again, but her family can still go to the jail and visit her, which this other girl, her family would never see her again. Her family would have to go to the gravesite and visit her. You know what I'm saying? So people need to think about it. I mean, like I said yesterday too, when you become a CCL holder, are you becoming that because you want to protect yourself and your family? Or are you becoming that because you already evil, mean, demonic? This is just what you want. Not for the right thing, though. See, everybody get a CCL. They're not on the same page with it. They think they can get a CCL, unalive someone, and called out self-defense, and the police department will say, okay, yeah, it was self-defense, and you can walk away. No. I mean, as a CCL holder, they're going to investigate that. They're definitely going to investigate that. They ain't going to let you just tell them it was self-defense and you just going to walk away. She didn't want anyone else to have her, period. I believe that. I definitely do believe that. Yep. I definitely do believe that one. Yes. But now, was that worth it? You just graduated from college, became a nurse. Like, I would just walked away. Y'all could have sat and had a talk or conversation or whatever the situation may be and just walked away. You'd have still had your career. You'd have still been working, and you wouldn't be sitting behind bars right now where you at. Okay?
Do we know that she had a CCL? Because that's an open carry state. So she may not have had a CCL. Ohio, where they were at in Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. Well, you're right. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was an open carry state. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe she just. So you saying you can just buy a gun there and you don't have to have your CCL?
Exactly. Open carry, you don't have to have a license.
Okay, gotcha. That could have been true too. But was it worth it? I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know. I think everybody just need an education on what self-defense truly is in your state.
Please say that again. Please say that again. I think they do too, sis. I think they could. I mean, because like I said, I think people think because they got a weapon, they can just unalive people and just get away with it and just say self-defense and it's over.
Yeah, it's not even. I think, and they also forget that it's not even just a fight. It has to be. It's levels to a fight. Somebody can't just be trying to fight you and you pew them. They have to be killing you for you to. I mean, harming you and doing extreme bodily harm. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot to it, and most states are like that. Not all of them, but most are that way. And you guys can't even be engaging in a back and forth argument like that. Like, I can't just walk up to you and start an argument. So in this situation, they're not going to know which lady started the argument because, of course, the girl on trial is not going to tell the whole truth about what happened. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm trying not to go to jail.
Right. Right. Well, she didn't tell the whole truth because she didn't get locked up right away. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they figured her story didn't add up, and then they came back and arrested her.
Her family, with them all saying that there were problems and it had been brewing problems, that will cause the police to start looking at you heavier.
Mm-hmm. 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 That's true.
So
That's
I just
absolutely true. I agree with that. Yeah. That's so sad. That's sad. That's why I say, don't let people trick you out your freedom. I'm going to run out here and get these goddamn old pow-pows now and think that's gonna save you now. Every time you holler self-defense, whether you're in an open carry state or not, don't keep doing it because it seems like to me now everybody is doing it. It's turning around getting locked up.
They are, because it doesn't make sense and it doesn't rise to the level of that it was necessary.
Right. Right. Absolutely. That's why that girl is sitting where she at today, because the judge felt like that was not self-defense. You know.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you just if like I said, if you're gonna, carry, get your CCLs, or you in a state that is open carrier, you don't have to have it. Still think about it before you get it. If you know you got a temper, you don't even need no pow. Okay? You don't need it. Your temper is enough. Okay? And that temper that you has is gonna lead you somewhere you don't want to be. Okay? And that's in jail or in the ground. Because see, you may do that one day and someone take it from you and hurt you with your own weapon. See, that shit can go either way. It's not worth it. I don't know what sometimes people be thinking. I don't know. And look at that other lady in the one in Florida. Wait a minute, did she? I don't know if she had license or not. I don't know. Well, that's an open state. That's a you can carry open in there too, right? In Florida.
When you get to Florida, it is. Yeah, it's open.
Okay, got you. Okay, all right. Yeah. Wow.
But in New York, I think you talking about that one who flew from New York.
Right.
There you can't have a weapon at all.
Oh no. Here in New York, no. You gotta have CCLs here. Yeah. You definitely gotta have CCLs here. And it's hard to get a pop out here, baby. You gotta do a lot to get one. But again, this is just my opinion and my opinion only. I feel like people that is getting license and stuff to carry, and even the states that they have open states to carry, I feel like these people need mental evaluation. Some people should not carry weapons. They just should not. They shouldn't. I mean, look, we got some cops out here that shouldn't be cops that's unstable, that's trigger happy.
Yeah, I think that's a hard sell because in one instance, this girl in ordinary circumstances probably will pass every evaluation, right? But when it comes to this relate, and probably in any other relationship, she may have been easy breezy. But this one, you just have those relationships where sometimes y'all are just horrible for each other. And in that relationship, you need to lock your pew up.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's so true.
So it's hard to say for me because I'm like, was it just this person? Was she's gotten through nursing school? She probably would have passed the mental health evaluation to have a pew. So what do we do then? Now because she's in a toxic relationship, you pew somebody, and in her own mind she needed to. I don't know. That's hard to say. I don't think she needed to. I'm gonna clear that up, but I think it's just hard to judge from the outside because I don't think we would have. I don't think the system would have gotten it right in any type of way on this one.
Yeah, you're right, Auntie. You can't bring no pow to no fist fight. You definitely going down. Okay, you definitely going down. Yeah, I just think maybe she was a violent person, and just like I forgot who just said that, she didn't want nobody else to have her. You know, she didn't want nobody else to have her because the girl did state in her early video that she was scared to leave the relationship. She stated that in her video. So she probably was already afraid that if she leave the girl, something would happen. She probably already felt afraid. She probably already knew that and everything. And the girl probably was trying to move on, and that's why she probably did lose her life. And then she hollered self-defense that the girl had a weapon against her. She hollered self-defense, and come to find out, no, it was not self-defense. The family spoke out and said it was an ongoing thing with both of them.
Yeah. I don't think she was scared, me personally. Because if you scared, you leaving while they at work. This girl was going to nursing school. There was times when she would be gone. You could have packed your stuff up and got skedaddled. So I just think, do I think she changed her life? Yes. But do I think she left the toxicity of the streets behind? No. She took that into a different area. Instead of being in the street, she brought it into her home, into the relationship. So they were just nasty, toxic type of relationship.
Even though she had a good career for herself. I get you.
Yeah, even though she had a good, like, you can change all of the external stuff to fit into society, but if your mental hasn't elevated and you haven't healed all that stuff, it's going to show up somewhere else. It's like playing whack-a-mole.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Sad situation.
Nobody can convince you to be with a narcissistic man now that you done experienced that and healed from that and went to therapy. And when you see that coming, you're running. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She just hadn't evolved all the way through. She was still growing. And she was young, so she still had time to grow. It's just unfortunate that the other crazy person didn't allow that space.
Mm-hmm.
And she needs to sit in jail so she can think about it in her time out.
Right. Oh yeah, because she's gonna be in there for a long time, ain't she, sis?
She gonna be in there for a long time.
Yeah, baby. Shit, cause this case just going to trial from last year.
Yep. So she gonna be there. She gonna have plenty of time. That's what that is. That is a horrible system, but it's a timeout, a long timeout.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
And then they said she lied to. Did she lie to the police too?
Yeah, she told the police that the girl had a weapon aiming towards her. And that's when the family was like, no, this been going on for quite some time. They was feuding back and forth for quite some time. I think it sounds like to me if the family would have never stepped up, maybe she would have got away with that shit.
Yeah, she would have. Mm-hmm. Just based on her background, she would have got away with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. I'm sorry that she lost her life. I'm very sorry that she lost her life. Um, uh, and I'm sorry that this girl, whoever she is, she let her emotions take over her. Because she had a weapon, and she lost her whole life because her life is gone because she's in prison. She's been there since February 2025. It is March 2026, and this case is just starting trial. Shit, that was a year ago. Okay, now I would love to keep up with this story because I would love to see how far this is gonna go and how much time she's gonna get. So I would love to keep up with this story. If they put the story out, yeah, I would like to keep up with it to see how it go. I would love to do that.
Tanya Lewis said she thought it happened on February 1st, 2026.
Oh, it could have been February 1st. It could have been. I thought they said last year. But dang, that's crazy. Mm. Trust me, she's in jail. She's thinking about it. Because when you do stuff and you go to jail, you can sit there and think now. You can think about a lot of stuff because you got nothing else to do. You got nothing else to do but sit there by yourself and think, or maybe read a book, or get on the phone and talk to somebody, or go to sleep and lay in the bed and think, or you just got time to think. Period. You got a lot of time to think and ask yourself, was this worth it? Was this worth my life? Was this worth my freedom? Could I handle this a different situation? What could I did better for this? But you can ask yourself those things and stuff, but unfortunately it's too late now. And that's when it comes into no self-control. No self-control. Let your anger take over. You let the devil blindside you. So well, I know her family going to get justice, and will never bring their daughter back, even if she get life. 25 years, like we said the other day, 25 years, you might well say, goddamn, that is life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's never going to bring her back, but at least they will get justice for her. And they both was beautiful, though. They both was beautiful women. They both was. Man, boy, I tell you, you can find all type of stuff around here. All type of stuff. Well, that was all I had for the day. I'm gonna look into I gotta look into them stories you sent me, Miss Smith. I told Brittany and Auntie to help me find those stories, because girl, I be so tired sometimes looking for them stories. Oh, I ain't lying, I be tired, sis. I do.
Oh yeah, the one I sent you was just Mr. Tenderism that you had asked me to send over.
Yeah, I gotta look for those stories. I'm see can I find them on YouTube.
Those were YouTube when I sent it to you. So you must just can't click the link.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah. But Brittany or Auntie David, she'll send them to me, and then I can go straight to the link.
Okay.
Because somebody was telling me about them stories yesterday in the chat. I don't know who was. I forgot that who was telling me about those stories yesterday. So yeah. And I want to look up the story with the kids in the suitcase. Yeah. I forgot what town they said that happened in. What town was that, sis?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Me too. Oh Lord, there's so many stories. Lord have mercy. All right. I gotta try to find that one too. That's why sometimes I get off a little early. Sometimes when I gotta look for stories and stuff, because I like to go over it before I play them. You know what I'm saying? To make sure everything is okay with them, and you know what I'm saying, sis? I gotta make sure everything's okay with it. So that's why I like going over them. Then I have to, and then I have to make my thumbnail and all of that stuff. So yeah. So I'm gonna see what I got for tomorrow. But it is 2:30, and I'm on time today. Yep. So I'm about ready to get up out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for timing in. I appreciate y'all. Thank you again, Ms. Smith. I appreciate you, honey, girly. And
my pleasure. I appreciate you for having me up.
Okay, I'm gonna see can I find some stories. But I really want to find that one about those kids. I really want to find that one about the suitcase. I really want to find that story.
Yeah, they were talking about it yesterday, but I forgot the time frame. It was 10 and a 14-year-old or something like that.
Yeah. I think that's what Peanut was saying. Yeah. I think Peanut was saying that. And they couldn't. The mother ain't speak out or anything like that. So yeah, I would love to to really find that story. I really would. You know.
I'll look and see what I can find.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, y'all. I'm going to get up off of here. Thank y'all so much for timing in. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank y'all for everybody that supported me today. I love you guys. You guys have a good rest of the evening. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. And I love you guys. Peace and love.